Hey, what's up guys? So today I thought we'd take a look at the new patch 1.08. It's not live yet right now, but it's currently in the PTR. There's a bunch of cool changes in here. There's some mob density changes and stuff that we'll get into a little bit later. Right now I just want to give you guys a brief overview of some of the changes in here if you haven't heard of them already. So some changes that we already kind of knew if you've been reading up with the blog posts and stuff is we got new XP, gold find, and magic find bonuses when you're playing in multiplayer. Sorry, we have an ID all station that's in town. I'm just going to go through these super quick here. We have an elite and goblin notification while you're in a party. The auction house, while you're browsing it, you can now compare items with your items that you have currently equipped, so that's pretty good. It's a good thing they finally added that in. In multiplayer, you can now like have social conversations to add in with each other with multiple people in like private chat, multiple conversations sort of thing. When you're playing in multiplayer, you get Archon assists, so that'll help Archon keep up their Archon form or wizards keep up their Archon form while they're in multiplayer. And you can also craft multiple items at one time, so that's some pretty cool stuff there. The stuff that's not in this patch actually is going to be the legendary and item changes, so buffing up those low level legendaries and that sort of stuff. That stuff's not in there. But the new stuff that's in here that's really cool is XP rewarded from quests at max level, so you can now get XP when you're doing quests at max level, so that'll help out a little bit. You can now see 8 buffs on your bar now, so buffs and debuffs, you can see 8 of them instead of the 5 it was before, so that'll help whirlwind barbs and stuff. And playing in multiplayer, you can actually see all your buffs. Now the two big changes that I thought were really awesome is monster density changes. So and as long as you're above monster power 1 in Act 1, Act 2, and Act 4, monster density has been increased quite a bit, and I'll show you that here in a second. The last change that's really important is that XP rewarded from Nephilim Valor is now a multiplier. So I'll show you that really quick here. Alright, so here we are in Monster Power 5. We got 5 stacks of Nephilim Valor. We go down and we look, we can see we have 246.8% experience bonus. So that's pretty good, pretty basic stuff here. So we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at the PTR or patch 1.08 what it's like. So same, we're in Monster Power 5. We'll go down and look. You can see that I have 375.9% still in Monster Power 5, still have 5 stacks, and you can see it's a 1.75 multiplier for those Nephilim Valor stacks. So that's pretty cool here. We'll go ahead and take a look at some of the new monster density changes and compare them. Alright, so here we are. We're going to take a look at some of the mob density changes. As you can see here, this is patch 1.07. I have what patch I'm playing down at the bottom right here. I'm going to be rambling on a bit here, so if you guys want to mute me, go ahead. But I'm just to let you know there's going to be a couple clips in each act. So there's going to be about 2 clips of each act of the mob density changes in different zones. Well, it's essentially 4 clips because there's going to be a clip of 1.07 and then a clip of 1.08 just to compare. And yeah, if you guys want to mute me, just keep that in mind. It's always going to be down in the bottom there telling you what patch I am on to just so you guys know. So as you can see there, that's 1.07 mob density wasn't that good, and here we are on the 1.08 PTR. So we're going to go ahead, run around here, take a look at the mob density here. As you can see right down here, the mob density is really good. That could just be just the zone, but we're going to keep going and take a look at what the mob density is compared to the patch 1.07. As you can see, it's quite a bit better all throughout. So what I did here is I took pretty long clips, about a minute of each, because I really want to compare what it's like from 1.07 to 1.08, kind of really give you guys an idea of what it's like in case you forgot what each zone's like in 1.07. So this video is going to be a little bit long. Anyway, we're in the Festering Woods here, patch 1.07 again, taking a look at the mob density as it is right now, and then we'll take a look at what it's like on the PTR. That's kind of going to be how things are going. One thing I did want to talk about that I didn't talk about before is they did do a change to the experience that you get off the Scorpions in Act 3. They reduced their experience by like 75%, so that's pretty big. So if you guys are going to be wanting to do like Kaiser runs and stuff, that's definitely not going to be as efficient. You're going to want to be doing like keep depths and stuff where those Scorpions aren't, because that's a really big XPS loss, or EXP loss, experience loss, whatever you want to call it, if you're going to be doing any runs that have Scorpions in it. So you're going to have to like modify your Act 3 runs. Anyway, that's kind of what it was like in 1.07 in here, and we'll go ahead and take a look at the next clip in 1.08. So right about now. Okay, so here we are in 1.08 on the public test realm. As you can see right off the bat, the mob density is a lot better in this zone. I'm going to be rambling on a bunch here. Like I said, it's just going to be like me repeating myself, talking about stupid stuff, and I'll try to be entertaining, try to be somewhat entertaining, but it's going to be quite a long video, so I might run out of things to say. Anyway, as you can see, really easy to keep my Wrath of the Berserker up here with the mob density. It was a lot better. This was one of the zones that was significantly better, I found, which is pretty good because it's a pretty popular farming zone. So we're just going to keep going along here. As you can see, mob density is pretty good. I was really enjoying this. Some zones you notice quite a bit more than other zones, and the next clip that we're going to be getting into is a pretty good example of that. So the next clip here is Whimsyshire. Whimsyshire did get changes of the mob density, however they're not very significant from what I've noticed. I did see a blue post confirming that Whimsyshire was going to be infected by the mob density. So this is patch 1.07 as it says down the bottom. I can probably stop saying that. But anyway, we're going to go take a look at the mob density as it is right now and then look at the 1.08. I actually recorded this once already. I went through, recorded like the 14 minutes of the video and everything, and not the video but the audio. And man, like I listened to it afterwards, and there's this really weird muffling sound, so I had to do it all over again. So a little bit of the pain in the ass, but that's okay. Anyway, so you can see that's what it was like in 1.07. Wasn't the biggest mob density down here, that's why people weren't running it that much, but here we are in 1.08 on the public test realm. So as you can see, we start out and it's not the best. I actually ran into 3 dead ends right away, so you're gonna have to wait a little bit to get a little bit more accurate on the mob density. So I go up here, I think it's a dead end, but so I turn around and I come down here, and this ends up being a dead end. So I'm running around in circles, and there's not a lot of mobs down here, but take a look at my map and then I figure out, oh, I gotta go up there, of course. But yeah, Whimsyshire didn't get affected too much from what I noticed, as you'll kind of see here. I think that was mainly the reason they did talk about not wanting to make Whimsyshire like a deep place to farm, and that's kind of why they nerfed these cloud chests way back. They used to be affected by magic find, and now they're not. So yeah, they just don't want to make Whimsyshire like the main focus for players. So as you can see, mob density wasn't that great in here. A little bit more up here, but we'll get into the next clip here. We'll go into some Act 2 stuff here. So we got the Oasis here. This is 1.07, and the thing I noticed about 1.07 in this zone is that the mob density is alright in some areas, but there'll be like these really big gaps of no mobs whatsoever. So that's kind of why this zone sucks so much. It's really hard to keep Wrath of Berserker up in here, but it's a pretty popular zone because if you're doing key wardens and you want to do the Ubers, you have to come here, you have to kill the key warden, and you don't have much choice behind that, of course. So just keep running around here a little bit, take a look at the mob density. Not the best, of course, in 1.07. And I think I ended up coming across the key warden or something like that, or maybe not, maybe that's another clip. Okay, no, it isn't this clip. Anyway, so we'll go ahead and take a look at patch 1.08 on the public test realm. So don't find anything right away, but we start finding some mobs here. And what I noticed in 1.08, while the mob density isn't the best, I was consistently finding mobs. Like I was running, finding some mobs, kept running, finding some mobs. And there wasn't like these big gaps like I was talking about where you didn't find any mobs for a significant amount of time. So yeah, it seemed to be quite a big difference here. I don't know if you guys just noticed, but there's like those little purple squares. I don't know if that's a graphic glitch that got added in this game or something, or in this new patch or something. But it is the public test realm, so things can be changed around here. I don't know exactly what that was all about. Anyway, this is one of the zones in Act 2 that we're doing, and we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at the next zone here. So this is the patch 1.07. I'm always repeating that, but that's just because I'm really running out of things to say. Anyway, this is patch 1.07 in the Desolate Sands here. As you can see here, the mob density, not so great. There's a reason people don't really farm Act 2 and Act 1 and Act 4. in the current patch right now. So anyway, I'm going to be rambling on here. Like I said, you can mute me if you're getting annoyed, but just going to ramble on here, kind of talk about some of the changes here. One thing I did want to talk about, just to throw some randomness in this video, kind of go totally off topic here, but I was cooking in the kitchen today, and I was making some pasta. I was dumping out the boiling water, and the pot slipped, and I burnt my hand so bad. Well, not that bad, but it was pretty bad. I had to like run cold water on it right away. Then I went upstairs and wrapped my hand in gauze. It was pretty bad, and my hand's still wrapped in gauze. It's not the greatest, but as you can see here, patch 1.08, the mob density is a lot better here. You can see I got like 3 elites or champions chasing me around. I'm just gonna whirlwind through them a bit. You can see how many mobs there are. They're pretty good stuff there. So that's the last clip for Act 2. We'll go ahead and take a look at Act 4. I got a couple clips there. And then we'll be done this video, and I can stop rambling on and go to bed because it's like 4:30 in the morning, and that's probably why my voice sounds a little bit groggly right now. That's okay. So in this zone here, it was another zone that was kind of hard to notice the density changes just because of the way the zone was, but I thought it was a kind of interesting zone to do because we want to see what kind of give a good example of each of the zones in each of the acts. Not every zone, of course, because that would be like a 30-minute video or like an hour video. That'd be pretty crazy. I think this 14-minute, 15-minute video is long enough if you ask me. Anyway, so that's patch 1.07 in here. We'll finish off the run here, and then we'll go take a look at the next clip, patch 1.08. And just about done here. Alright. So here's the mob density changes in the new patch. Take a look at them. And of course, these mob density changes could be changed at any time just because it is still the public test realm. So you never know, Blizzard might decide to increase it even more or that kind of thing. You don't know what their kind of views are on this. Maybe they're waiting to see how people think about it, and then they'll kind of alter things around. But I noticed in Act 4, it wasn't a huge improvement. While it was an improvement, it wasn't like really noticeable, but it was still pretty good. I'd be really curious to see in the comments what you guys think about the different zones and what you noticed the most, because I did give you some clips and that kind of thing. And if you are playing on the public test realm, definitely let me know the zones that you noticed the most. And yeah, because I'm really kind of curious where the new farming spots are going to be. It's going to be pretty interesting to see. Anyway, that's about it for this clip, so we'll go ahead into the last clip here, well, the second last clip, because we got the 1.07 version here. Then we're going to look at 1.08. So I thought I'd do the Silver Spire just because this is where the key warden is. Mob density has always been like fairly decent in here, but it hasn't been amazing. The problem with Act 4 I found was that there's just a really lack of elite and champion packs, or rare and champion, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, there's definitely a lack of those, and that's kind of why you didn't really farm them that much, at least in my opinion. And oh man, that key warden does hurt a lot. Not in this video because it's only Monster Power 5 that I've been running these on, but I remember when I was getting the plans of doing Monster Power 10, and man, that key warden absolutely destroyed me because I wanted to do Monster Power 10 just so I had this sure chance to get those. Anyway, here, this is officially the last clip. We got patch 1.08, taking a look at the new mob density changes here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys liked all the new changes they've made in the patch. Definitely let me know what you think in the comments always, and if you have any questions about anything, leave them in the comments because I do definitely read all of them and I reply to most of them, so if you have any questions, let me know. Overall, I thought the changes were pretty good. I think I'll be playing this patch quite a bit. The last 2 patches didn't really interest me that much with dueling and that sort of thing, but this one I'm pretty excited in. I really like the mob density changes, and I think it's going to bring a lot more fun into the game other than running Act 3 over and over and over again, and the multiplayer buffs are pretty good here. So this is about the end of the clip. Pretty good mob density in here. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you're sick of my rambling, and I'll see you guys next time.